Hey everyone, the Stimulus Check Question and Answer Series, Part 6. I'm going to be answering the questions, are the stimulus checks taxable? Are the stimulus checks claimed as income? And will you need to pay back the stimulus checks? Now I'm going to be referring to all three stimulus checks, the $1,200, the $600, and the $1,400 stimulus check that we're expecting here in the next few weeks. Let's get right into it and answer these questions for you. But hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you to all of you leaving your comments and questions down below. Because of you, we have started this 6-part series so far. I imagine this series will go on for many more iterations to come. So thank you to all of you. If you happen to be new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Matt. Thanks so much for being here. I hope that you can consider hitting the subscribe button right down below the video. Thank you in advance. I really do appreciate it. So let's go right into this list here, and I will go through these questions in order as I just mentioned them. Question number 1, are the stimulus checks taxable? Well, the general answer and the easy answer is no, they are not taxable. Now, when I talk about the stimulus checks, I'm actually referring to all three, like I just said. The $1,200 and the $600 stimulus checks, both of those from 2020, along with the $1,400 stimulus check that we're expecting here hopefully within the next few weeks. All of these stimulus checks are not taxable. Here's why. I'll give you a really quick explanation on this. This is kind of a little bit deeper. You probably don't really care about this, but I'm going to tell you why they're not taxable. The stimulus checks are an advance on a refundable tax credit. So what a refundable tax credit is, basically when you go to file your tax return, let's say you owe $0 in taxes. Well, if there's a refundable tax credit that you're eligible to receive, you would still get that refund. There's actually two types of tax credits, refundable and non-refundable. A non-refundable tax credit, even if you have $0 of taxes and you have a refundable or a tax credit, if it's a non-refundable, you still don't get it. However, the cool thing about a refundable tax credit is even if you owe $0 in taxes, you still get it if you're eligible to receive that refundable tax credit. And that's exactly what the stimulus checks are, refundable tax credits. So that's exactly why they are not taxable. Pretty cool, right? Some income that you don't need to pay taxes on. I love it. That's the best kind of income. Income that you don't need to pay taxes on. Love it. Good stuff. All right, anyway, hope that answers your question on taxable. That's for everybody, by the way. It's not certain groups of people. It's everybody across the board, not taxable. All right, number 2, are the stimulus checks claimed as income? Again, no, they're not. They will not be claimed as income for everybody across the board once again. The stimulus checks are not claimed as income, even though you're getting them as income, right? It's income. You're getting a wad of cash sent into your bank account or a paper check in the mailbox or whatever it happens to be. It is not claimed as income. So even for those of you that are receiving Social Security benefits, whether it's retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, supplemental security income, VA, or RRB, any of these benefits where, sometimes you look at your benefits and say, I can't really have more income because then they garnish some of my benefit for that month or for a period of time. Don't worry. The IRS has been out saying this will not affect your payment. It'll not affect your benefit at all. It is not claimed as income. So for those of you receiving those programs that I just mentioned, those benefits, Social Security, SSI, all that stuff, don't worry about it. The IRS has specifically said it is not claimed as income for everybody, including you. So it's not going to affect your benefits. Now, again, I just have to say, full disclaimer, I'm not giving you financial or accounting or tax advice. I don't know your situation. Everybody's situation is different. As I read through the comments section on all my videos, I clearly see that everybody's situation is different. So either way, I'm not giving you advice in any way. I would highly recommend, do some research on your specific situation or talk to somebody who understands your situation. I'm not your accountant, so I just want to make that very clear. These are general statements that I'm making for you. So I want to help you out, but I just want to make it clear, like I'm not giving you advice. Anyway, let's get into the last question, and that is, will you need to pay back the stimulus checks? The $1,200, the $600, or the $1,400, which we're still waiting on, but hopefully it'll arrive here very, very soon. Like, come on, guys, send it. So the simple answer is no. you actually don't need to pay it back. So this is like the best of all the worlds, right? It's not taxable, it's not claimed as income, and you don't need to pay it back. However, there is one caveat to paying it back. Sorry, I just thought of this right as I was saying this. This was not in my notes. I didn't plan on talking about this. However, there is one caveat to that, and it is I need to do a little bit more research on this. The last time I looked this up was like a month ago, so just give me a little bit of a break. I know there's an exception to the rule here, but anyway, I'm just going to mention it. If somebody had passed away, so here we are in 2021. If somebody passed away prior to 2021 and you get a stimulus check in 2021 on their behalf, I believe you would have to pay that one back. So that's one exception to the rule. Again, I would need to do research on that once again. Like I said, the last time I looked that up was about a month ago or so. So I apologize that just totally off the top of my head I brought that up because I thought, oh shoot, there is an exception to the rule. So that is one of those exceptions. And I believe if it is somebody that passed away prior to 2021, if they happen to get the $1,400 stimulus check, I believe you would have to pay that back. And the same thing goes for 2020. If somebody passed away prior to, I believe it was January 1st, 2020, so like in 2019, and you got a $1,200 or $600 stimulus check on their behalf, I believe you have to pay that back. So again, don't quote me on that. I'm really sorry that I even brought that up. Maybe I can make a dedicated video about that. But anyway, let's talk about this a little further. Do you have to pay it back? No, you don't. So like the best of all the worlds, right? You don't need to pay it back. Here's another really cool thing about this that I love this loophole. And I feel like I'm just crossing my fingers that the IRS doesn't like catch on to that. I mean, they obviously know about it, but I'm just really hoping that they don't like change the rules on this. Maybe they'll watch my video and say, oh, we're going to stick it to that Matt guy. Yeah, he brought it up. We're going to shove it to him. But here's the deal. So if you do not file your, I'm not telling you what to do, but just hear me out. If you do not file your 2020 tax return until like as close to April 15th as you possibly can, and the stimulus package is approved and the $1,400 stimulus checks are approved, what the IRS is going to do is they're going to look at your most recent tax return to determine your eligibility. Well, if you didn't file a 2020 return yet, that means they look at your 2019 return. Well, let's just say in 2019, as an individual, you earned 50 grand. I'm just throwing out a random number. You earned 50 grand in 2019, right? You're eligible for the $1,400 stimulus check. However, let's say in 2020, you nailed it and you hit a grand slam and you earned 120 grand. First off, congratulations. That's really exciting. Congratulations for you. But based on your 2020 return, you would not be eligible for the stimulus check. But cool thing, you outsmarted the IRS. You didn't file your 2020 tax return yet, so they're looking at your 2019 return. They send you the $1,400 and you have it in your account. You sail off into the sunset, happy with money in hand. And then you decide to submit your 2020 tax return, only for the IRS to find out you actually earned 120 grand in 2020, making you ineligible for the $1,400 stimulus check. But guess what? You don't need to pay it back. Isn't that sweet? So anyway, I'm really hoping that the IRS doesn't catch on to this, because this would actually be beneficial for a lot of people who actually made a boatload of money in 2020 who possibly didn't make so much in 2019. 2020 was a really interesting year. A lot of people got hurt really badly, and there's a lot of people struggling. However, there's a very small handful of people who actually did really, really well in 2020. Again, if you happen to be one of those people, congratulations. There's not many of you out there, but wow, some people did really, really well among all of the chaos in 2020. That's one of the loopholes. Again, I shouldn't even be saying this because, as luck has it, the IRS will hear this video or something and be like, hey, we're going to stick it to them. We're going to make them pay. We're going to make them pay it back. But that's the only exception to the rule, where if you get paid, you wouldn't need to pay that back. Pretty cool stuff. But again, I am not giving you advice in any way. You got to do your own research. I don't know your situation. Talk to your accountant, maybe somebody that understands your situation. I'm just telling you what I know. These are general statements. I do a ton of research on this stuff. I do a lot of research. Let's just say that. I spend a lot of time on my devices every day, reading as much as I possibly can on all this stuff so that I can translate it into these short videos and help all of you in any way that I possibly can. Anyway, enough out of me. Way too much talking, way too many words in this video. I've just talked way too much, so I'm going to cut it off right there and be totally done. Thanks again for your support. Please leave any comments or questions down below if there's anything you'd like me to address for you. I'm your guy. I'll do whatever I can to help you through this time and to make sure that you can be grabbing all money that you're possibly eligible for during this crazy money printing and stimulus time. Everybody has their share out there. You just need to know how to grab it, and I want to help you do that. So, again, share the video, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and do whatever else you want. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you.